He says, Dr. Damina, I have a problem with the Bible. And I like to hear such questions. I have a problem with the Bible. The Bible seems to me a book that was concocted by white people to enslave black people. And that is why when the slave masters came to Africa, the only way they could enslave us was by the use of the Bible. King James used the Bible to colonize Africa. And the Bible is the instrument that they brought to oppress black people in Africa. Now, please listen to me, every one of you, because when we went to Igbo land, we were in Owerri. A lot of our people in Owerri said in Igbo land right now, there is a movement of young people to abandon Christianity and go back to traditional worship. And that the movement is strong. A lot of young people are leaving church to go back to shrine, to go back to idol worship, that because they don't understand this white man Jesus. They don't understand this white people Bible. They don't understand it. But at least they know that the idols in their village took care of their ancestors. They took care of their great-grandfathers. They took care of their fathers. So they want to all go back to African worship where their ancestors were. And let me tell you this, I'm shouting like this because it calls for shout. I also heard that it's not just in Igbo land alone. Somebody called me in UK, one of my daughters in the faith. She said, Papa, we have a crisis all over Africa and all over the world. African young people have come up with a movement that is building momentum to abandon the Bible of the white man and go back to African roots, the traditional worship. And the reason is simple. I'm shouting. People say I'm shouting. The kind of Jesus that is preached in many churches cannot be explained from the Bible. And a lot of young people have very intelligent questions that pastors are not answering. So it makes the Bible look like a concoction of some people for their advantage. And you know, of course, when some of the white missionaries came, it was the Bible they used in enslaving Africans. It was the Bible. So the person was saying to me, he was a pastor. He was a pastor of one of these big denominations in Nigeria, a big pastor. Then he resigned and dumped the team because it was not making sense to him. Moreover, he was in a church that was full of transaction, where you have to pay before God will answer your prayer, where you have to tap anointing with money, where it is the size of your money that determines your relevance before God, where it is how much you give that will determine whether God will answer your prayer. When he put all together, he said it doesn't add up. It is still oppression. The same thing that the white people brought and oppress us, our pastors have taken the same book and they are collecting our monies and oppressing us and giving us an imaginary God that doesn't seem to make sense. And this is a pastor asking that question. I said to him, it's true that some of the slave masters that came used the Bible to enslave us. It's